Did you know that for this movie, the character of Sidewinder, portrayed by Giancarlo Esposito, was added to the movie during the reshoots? So Captain America: Brave New World has been met with a lot of mixed reviews. Some people loving it, some people hating it, some people bashing on it for no reason. I kind of just went to this movie, I don't take a lot of critics and audience scores too seriously. I don't take Rotten Tomatoes seriously at all. I always go in and will decide for myself if the movie is good. I'll make my own judgments and assessments on the movie, regardless of what any kind of critic or YouTuber says. I always have, my own thoughts, my own opinions on it. And I went to this movie just kind of expecting just an okay movie, mediocre movie. Wasn't expecting anything over the top. I have some good things to say about this movie. I have some bad things to say about this movie. So I'm going to get into the good things first, and I'll get to the bad things second. First thing I liked about this movie was I did think the story was pretty good, pretty decent. It was pretty intriguing. It had a little bit of Winter Soldier vibes. It was, political. Sam is now the new Captain America. He's stepping up. He's trying to prove to President Ross and to the people that he is worthy of the shield, and just worthy of getting things done and keeping peace and securing, relationships and typical hero stuff. But also there's, the politics involved with the Celestial being Tiamat. They found adamantium, and then there's a war for the adamantium. So I do really like the political feel, the political thriller feel a little bit. I know they really were trying to make it kind of Winter Soldiers. It's not exactly like Winter Soldier, just a little bit. And then you have kind of a mix of kind of Manchurian Candidate in there, because you have the leader brainwashing tons of people, including Isaiah, which I really liked the focus that this movie had on Isaiah. I really enjoyed him in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, so I'm really glad that he came back. And he actually got a good amount of screen time. He honestly was the character I cared about the most in this movie. Was like, I want justice for Isaiah because he's been screwed over for so long. And you got Sam fighting for Isaiah. It's really personal for him, but he's also fighting for peace and trying to make good with President Ross. The relationship between Sam and President Ross has always been dicey. Nothing super good there, no love lost. But I've always enjoyed that relationship. It adds more intrigue. And of course, just remembering the late William Hurt passed away before this movie. Recasting Harrison Ford. But Harrison Ford was honestly the perfect recast choice because he's played a president before. Air Force One, if you are familiar with that movie, if you've ever seen it. Then I really did like the design in this movie, the costume design for Sam's suit, the vibranium wings, just the colors of the suit. This is actually the really cool things that he could do with his suit, because he's making up for the fact that he doesn't have the super serum in him, is not going to take the super serum, which I do have to admire that. I do have to respect that. I know a lot of people were wondering if he was going to take it in the movie. Just because he's going against the Red Hulk, he's going against all sorts of things. The suit's not enough. It's great, it's cool, it does a lot of things, but it's kind of the same concept of, you're hiding behind the suit, kind of like we've seen how Spider-Man was hiding behind his suit. Without his suit, he thought, without his suit, he's nothing. Kind of the same thing here. Without the suit Sam has on, he's nothing. He wouldn't be able to take the Red Hulk, he wouldn't be able to take most of these guys. He's just relying on hand-to-hand combat and all his technology to save him. I really thought that the design was amazing, really well executed, very entertaining. Then the Red Hulk design, amazing, perfect. It was the first time we've ever gotten to see the Red Hulk on screen, so I know a lot was riding on that with, how he would look. He looked great. Any comic book fan out there is happy with the design of the Red Hulk. So here are the things that I didn't like. So I love the Red Hulk. I love seeing him on screen, but the rumors were true. I was watching stuff before this movie, and there were some rumors out there saying that he's only going to be on screen for 4 or 5 minutes, not super long at all, and which is true. Unfortunately, it was true. We only got about 5 good minutes worth of the Red Hulk throughout the entire movie. Just the fight scene was cool. Sam was indestructible. I felt that was a little unrealistic. In a way, they kind of, I guess you could say, they nerfed the fight, because you can't just injure Captain America right away in the first movie, even though he's against the Red Hulk, and the Red Hulk would absolutely decimate him without that suit on. I was upset by that. I was disappointed by that. The fight was super short, and it kind of just ended. Sam was able to talk down Ross and get him to transform back to himself. Making that battle so short and making the Red Hulk almost look kind of weak against Sam Wilson, who has no super serum. Not a good decision there. The leader, I'm really glad they brought Tim Blake Nelson in. He's a great actor, but the design absolutely terrible. I do not know what they were thinking when they designed the leader. Very poor design. I don't know what they were thinking. I'll just put it like that. I didn't really know anything about the leader, so I looked him up so I could get an idea of what he's supposed to look like. And I don't know who the designers were on this, but they were not. They didn't do their job. They weren't paying attention. They don't know anything about the comics, the comic accurate looks. He looked awful. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I wanted to give Sam a lot of latitude, a lot of benefit of the doubt. As Captain America, I knew he wouldn't be as great as Steve. He's never going to be Steve. He's going to be his own guy. I really wanted to like him more as Captain America. I really wanted to give him a little more, a few more chances. I just wasn't really feeling him. I really wasn't. I just really wasn't feeling him as Captain America, and that has nothing to do with his color or anything. Like, I know a lot of people out there trying to divide people, trying to say it's woke, trying to say this, trying to say that. He honestly was an amazing Falcon. He should have always stayed Falcon. Steve should have just retired with the shield. I know in the comics he gives Sam the shield. So they're going with the comics, but it's just not the same, and maybe I'll get used to it someday. It doesn't mean that much to me, because Captain America is and will always be my favorite Marvel character. Chris Evans played that role to perfection, so seeing someone else take up the mantle, it's like a new generation is here, a new era is here, and I'll get into it maybe someday, but he just wasn't as solid of a Captain America as I was hoping he would be. So for Captain America Brave New World, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10 Mudflaps. Remember, leave me a thumbs up and drop in the comments below. What did you think of this movie? See you soon.